It felt like I was doing this. It felt like I was running. And then I jumped up and went, pow, like across his face. But I didn't realize that's what I was doing. I literally, in my mind, thought I was going to just tap him. Like, how dare you? How dare you grab me? Like, just tap him like a little girly feminine tap. Now looking back, the way I was going, of course that was going to hurt. And as soon as I hit him, I was like, ooh, like, ooh, ow. I can hear, oh, that hurt, right? Oh, sorry. Hey guys, welcome back to Live, Love, Life, and Travel. This is your girl Shamika, and if you're new here, welcome. Just to let you know, I usually upload my travel-related videos Monday through Thursday and my free talk videos throughout the weekend. So if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. So welcome back to another Storytime Sunday, where I share with you a little bit about me in a storytelling type of way. Some choices in my last story time, which is the time I almost got banned from Thailand, and the only person that responded was one of my viewers who said she wanted to hear about the time that I got in a fight in Thailand, and I actually kind of got into. And honestly, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I do not get in fights. I do not condone violence. And this is literally the first fight I've ever been in since middle school. And middle school is really just like pushing and shoving, you know, like how kids are. And I thought I was sticking up for somebody. But anyway, like that's beyond the point. It happened like a year ago during Songkran. And if you don't know what Songkran is the Thai New Year, and it's also known as like the water festival. And so back in the day, the water represent washing away the past and starting off a new year. So it used to be just women who would go around with these silver kind of really beautiful engraved cups and sort of dash water over your shoulder nicely, or you were standing in a river or a pond and dash water over your shoulder, and it transformed into this giant 3-4 day water fuck fest. And maybe purely for the tourists, but one of the great things about Songkran is not just the tourists that take part in this. It's all the locals. Thai people from all parts of Thailand will come down to Bangkok or Chiang Mai to take part in this festival. So it's everybody. It's one of those times where the locals and the tourists sort of intermingle and interact with each other. There's no boundary lines. And actually the locals are the most fierce when it comes to the water fights. So you gotta watch out for them. But anyway, it's a 3 to 4 day debauchery. I say 3 to 4 days because depending on what day it falls on. If it falls in the middle of the week, it'll probably be 3 days. But if it sort of starts off on like Friday, it'll probably go to like 4 days. When I was doing the Songkran, it was like 4 days, and it was like debauchery. It was like craziness. It was so much fun. Like I literally probably have 4 or 5 stories within that whole 4 day weekend holiday. Just drunken, crazy madness. It was so much fun. It was like one of my funnest times here. Better than like the full moon party, better than last time. It was just fun because it was like days, and it was like the whole town was part of it. You couldn't go anywhere with getting wet, and so it was like buckets of water and water guns. But other than that, it was just fun. It was really, really fun. And so, okay, skip all that. Maybe I'll do another video on Songkran. I did do one, but maybe I'll do another one. And so it was the last day of Songkran, and so everybody was getting their last bit of party in, and so everyone was meeting at the Yellow Bar, or Zoe's, which is like the big popular tourist bar, which I'm not really a fan of. If you ever come down to Chiang Mai, you'll probably hear about these bars. The Zoe's and Yellow Bar is centered in a place where there's a bunch of other little bars that's around it. Go to the other bars. They have better music, and they have better drinks and cheaper drinks, and they have a cool reggae bar, a rock bar, a dubstep bar, and like a gothy bar. All those bars are way funner than the touristy bars, but all the tourists go to these 2 bars because all the tourists tell each other to go to these bars, and they play like stupid, like gross mixed music, and the drinks are really expensive and they're not that great and everything. But anyway, this is where everyone was meeting, and it was like every single tourist that came down for Songkran was in this space. And it's mind-boggling to me because like if you just walk like 30 steps to the back, you would get to a more open area where the other bars are. It was still pretty crowded because it was Songkran, but all the tourists was for some reason like stuck in between two bars because everyone refused to go to the other bars for some reason. I don't know why. Tourists love to stay with tourists, I guess. And it was like one bar on one side and another bar on another side, and you feel like you had like thousands of people like squeezed and wedged in between the bars trying to dance, but you couldn't really dance because it was so crowded that you had to sort of nudge people to get through. It was almost impossible unless you grew wings and just hovered over everybody. Or you mean you could have like went around the corner or something, but if you're just trying to walk through, it was impossible not to sort of nudge people because it was literally like you weren't really dancing. You were just like gotta go like this because there was nowhere to move, and it was water sprinkling down because it was still Songkran, so at least that was nice. It was refreshing. And so yeah, like I said, people had to nudge each other through, and some people were being obnoxious with it, like literally like shoving you over and then like dragging like 10 friends along with them. Anyway, and I have a thing like when people like bump me, like bump, like I kind of can feel like my anxiety and sort of my anger rising because I can't stand when people bump me. Like it's like okay, you're just kind of like getting knocked around, and even though I knew they weren't doing it on purpose and you had to sort of do it just to get through, I can feel myself like if one more fucking person bumps me, I'm gonna like go off. But it was fine. I was having so much fun. I had my friends that I met while traveling come down and stay with me. It was a blast. Anyway, we're dancing, and I see this Thai guy. He was carrying a tray of glasses like fall down to the floor, and I looked down to help him up, and then I realized that this girl shoved him and pushed him to the floor. And I turned to her and I was like, hey, don't push him, like he's just doing his job and he has a tray full of glass, like that could have been really dangerous. And she was all like, in her British accent, like mind your own business, like it's none of your business, turn around, this is not for you, no one's talking to you, mind your own business, blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, whatever, but just don't push him. He's just doing his job and he has class. Like, that's just stupid, you know? And she was like, whatever. And I was like, whatever. And I just like turned around and I started dancing with my friends. Before I knew it, one of my friends that was standing beside me was on the ground. And I turned and realized she pushed my friend on the ground. And so there's a thing about me. Like, I don't care. Like, I have a very high tolerance of getting angry at people when they're directing their anger towards me. I don't care if you call me a bitch. I don't care if you call me ugly, fat, skank, cunt, stupid, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, I have just a really high tolerance. Like, stuff people don't really get to me. I'm like, whatever. That's your opinion. You're free to. Who cares? Like, I don't get angry a lot. Because for the most part, I understand what people are trying to do. They're trying to get a reaction out of me and they're trying to intimidate me, and it just doesn't work. But when you do something to my friend, this mother like bear comes out of me and I want to like rip your face off. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I can't contain myself. When you do something to my friend, then I'm like, okay, all bets are off. And like I haven't fought since middle school, but I've definitely gotten yelling matches with people who said something to my friend. Like, don't fucking ever talk to my friend like that. Like, my friend to me are like my family. I don't really care how long we've been friends. If you're my friend, I'm like a ride or die. Like, you're my friend. And so when I saw she pushed my friend down, I turned and looked, and she was like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? And before I knew it, and it happened really fast, but in my brain it was happening in slow motion, and I was kind of like, okay, if I'm gonna hit this girl, I have to ball my fist up because I don't want to do like this. I don't want to do that. So I remember like intentionally, mindfully balling my fist up, and I think she didn't think I was gonna do anything, but like, there was someone here between us, maybe like a shorter person, I don't remember, someone there, and I remember like reaching over this person and just like just punching her at the side of her head because she kind of turned, and I wasn't trying to like sucker punch her, like I just like reacted. So she just didn't think I was gonna do anything. She was kind of like, what? Yeah, you're not gonna do anything, and like turned, and as she was turning, I just like hit her in the side of the head. And then of course she turned, we just started like fighting and hitting each other, and I don't know what was going on, if I was throwing punches or smacks or pulling hair or kicking or whatever. And I remember like my friend who she pushed down, which was grabbed me and like started carrying him away, and I'm like kicking and like, fuck you bitch, da 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 da. Anyway, after that was over, I just laughed it off. Like, I thought it was funny. Like, I really thought it was funny. Like, anytime I've ever gone on a screaming match with somebody, like, I don't, like, hate you deep down. I don't want you to die. I just think, like, that was kind of funny. Like, that was probably unnecessary, but whatever. Like, let's move on. Let's have fun. And so I calmed down. My friend calmed me down. He was like, don't do that again. Like, that was stupid. You don't even know what that girl could have had. She could have had a razor or a gun or something like that. And I was like, yeah. And honestly, that's true. And so we went back to dancing, and we're dancing, da-da-da-da-da, you know, like, I forgot about it. I'm good. I was having a good time. That fight did not dimper my mood at all. Like, for me, like I said, like, I don't know, like, I get over things. I don't hold grudges. It was just, like, whatever. It was kind of funny, like, my first fight as an adult. Like, I didn't even know if I could fight. Anyway, moved on. And so I was dancing with my friend, and then I see the girl, like, I spot her across the dance floor, and she's kind of like, hey, like, she just like a nod, like, hey, like, kind of like that. Like, I thought she was saying, like, no hard feelings. And so I was like, yeah, no, it was fine. And then she did the whole, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like, and so, and I gotta admit, like, I was intoxicated, so I wasn't thinking, and I'm not a fighter, so I don't know why I decided to, like, yeah, I'm down. And so as soon as she did that, I, like, alright, and I, like, as soon as she did that, I, like, storm over there, like, yeah, like, I'm on a mission. Okay, you want a rematch? Let's do this. I got confidence now. Like, I think I can fight. Yeah. And so I get over there, and to my surprise, she came with some friends. So her intentions were basically to jump me. And so when I get over there, I realize that she has two other girls. She's in the middle. There's a girl on the side of her, and there's a girl on the other side of her. And then one girl, like, pushes me or hits me or something, and I fall to the ground, and I immediately think I'm about to get stumped. So I jump up like as quick as I can, and they didn't get a chance to do that. Thank God. Either they didn't get a chance, or they thought that wouldn't be fair. Who knows? And as soon as I stood up, my friend came and grabbed me, and I remember being like, no, you can't do that. You can't grab me until I get hit. Like, that's not fair. And he was like, they're gonna kick your ass. It's 3 against 1. And I was like, I don't care. You can't grab me until I get hit, and you can't let them hit me and then grab me before I can hit them back or something like that. I was hyped up. I really was. And so he was like, fine. Like, if you want to get your ass kicked, I'm not going to stop you. So he let me go, and I, with no fear, I knew there was other girls there. I knew it, but I had a plan. I went back up there like, what? The main girl that I had a problem with, I went up to her, immediately grabbed her hair, and she had this really long black hair, and I grabbed her hair, wrapped her hair around my hand, and pulled her head down, and just started hitting her in the back of the head while her two friends are like hitting me. And I remember thinking, I'm just gonna keep hitting her until someone pulls me off, or until one of her friends get a good hit in. And so I'm going, and she's like this, like, trying to, like, hit me back, and her two friends are, like, hitting me, trying to, like, get me off of her. And one of her friends finally got, really hit me. Like, they were hitting me the whole time, but one of them got a hit in that hurt, and that's when I stopped, and she punched me in my mouth, and it really hurt. So it's like, all right, you win. I'm off. I'm gone. Bye. That was fun. And some people might be like, well, that wasn't fair. Like, she couldn't, like, defend herself because you had her head down. But she had two other girls hitting me. So to me, that was her fist. Like, she was good. And I had to fight a little dirty because she had two other girls. Anyway, my friend, when I just kind of stopped like this, my friend did come up and he grabbed me and pulled me away, and I laughed it off. I don't know, like, does this make me a bad person? I just thought the whole thing was funny. Like, I was just like, that was funny. Like, it was kind of fun. Like, I haven't had a fight in a long time. I watched Bad Girls Club. I live vicariously through those girls.
I ain't get no sleep cause of y'all. Y'all not gonna get no sleep cause of me. I didn't get no sleep cause of y'all.
I'm not, condoning violence. I really am not. And so, anyway, got in a fight, and then my friend talked me down, and he scolded me and said, you shouldn't do that, blah, 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 and what's wrong with you, and da 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 da, blah, 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 blah. And so I was like, okay, cool, learn my lesson, let's go. And so we went back to dancing, and I remember seeing that girl throughout the night for the rest of that, but we didn't fight anymore. Like, I think we both just, learned our lesson, and we both got it out of our system. We were done. I saw her the whole night, she saw me, we made eye contact, and we didn't fight, we didn't do the whole, that thing anymore. And so the whole rest of the night, I literally had the biggest fucking lip ever. I looked like I had elephantitis of the lip all night long, and the next day it looked even worse, and I was really embarrassed. Grown ass woman with a busted fucking lip, but I still got laid that night with my busted lip, so it's okay. So that was that fight, and then it was another quick one I want to do, because I don't want to make a separate story time about it. It was on Koh Phangan, and we were at the jungle party, which is one of the best parties in Koh Phangan, and we were having a good time. We were hyped up. It was a good night. It was just a generally good night. And then I was walking past my friend, and she looked upset, and I was like, what's wrong? And she was like, that guy just grabbed my what was her tits? Yeah, that guy just grabbed my tits. And I was just like, who? What guy? And she was like, the guy over there. And I was like, no. Point to me. What guy grabbed your tits? Because like I just mentioned earlier, when it comes to my friends, I am super fucking protective. I don't, I'm not saying that this is something I'm proud of. It's just when you do something to my friends, I am just not gonna stand for it. And yeah, I was a little intoxicated, and so she pointed him out, and honestly guys, I'm not proud of this, and I didn't realize exactly what I was doing when I did it, because again, I was a little intoxicated, and so I saw him kind of in the distance, and I literally was taking a running start, because I was running to him. I'm not running, but walking very fast towards him, and he was kind of tall, and as soon as I got to him, he turned and looked at me. He turned his head. He didn't see me, I don't think, but he turned his head, and I literally was it felt like I was doing this. It felt like I was running, and then I jumped up and went BOW! Across his face. But I didn't realize that's what I was doing. I literally, in my mind, thought I was gonna just tap him. How dare you? How dare you grab me? Just tap him like a little girly feminine tap. Now looking back, the way I was going, of course that was gonna hurt. And as soon as I hit him, I was like, ooh.
Damn!
Ooh, ow! I can hear, oh, that hurt, right? Oh, sorry. I thought I was gonna just tap you. But I didn't realize what I was doing. Looking back at what I was doing, I literally took a running start, jumped up, and just bowed this guy in the face. I don't think there's any, I don't think just because I'm a female, I should be able to hit a guy. I don't believe in that. But I thought I was just gonna tap him, and I thought he deserved a tap for grabbing my friend's tits. But I literally murdered this guy's face. I'm sure it didn't hurt that, but I'm still a girl. I got muscle, got muscle. Got some muscle, see? And so I thought I was anyway. And so as soon as I slapped him, I remember him looking to see who it was, and since he was fairly taller than me, and that's why I had to do a leap up, he didn't look. He looked around, and then he looked down to see who did it, and I was just oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, don't murder me. And he literally went charging after me I'm about to destroy you, girl, boy, I do not care. And then all my friends, especially the one that I was slapping this guy for, they all I had at least 6 friends with me. They all surrounded me and made a human shield and was no, you are not gonna touch her, leave her alone, you grabbed her tits, you deserve it, da 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 da. And so my friend tucked me and was come on, Shamika, let's go, let's just disappear into the crowd so we don't get in trouble. And so we went back into the crowd, we started dancing a little bit, and then we forgot about it after a while. We thought it was over because we went on by our night. But then we walked up to the bar because we were looking for our other friends, because only me and my one friend went off, and we left the other friends behind to sort of like keep that guy from following us. And then we went to meet our other friends at the bar, and then we met them, and then there's the girl, we met our friends, and then this other girl walked up, and she was like, what happened? And I thought she was just like a regular bystander. It happened to be his girlfriend, and I didn't know who she was, but when she started talking to me, and I was like, well, what happened was that guy grabbed my friend's tits, and I stopped him, and she was like, fuck you, bitch, I didn't grab her tits, you're fucking lying, and like, all in my face, and I'm like, whoa, okay, and then she shoved me, and I like went back, like, she shoved me pretty hard, but being that, again, she was shoving me, and like I said, I can take tolerance towards me, and plus I kind of understood why she was upset. I just tucked the shove. I was just like, okay, fair enough, and soon as she shoved me, the security guard came up, and the only thing they saw was her shoving me, and they knew that she was connected to the guy, so they grabbed her, and they were like, you both have to leave, and so they were kicking him out, and she was like, fuck you, bitch, you're getting us kicked out, my boyfriend never did that, which I don't think, my friend wouldn't lie about that. He definitely grabbed her tits, and he told his girlfriend he did it, and so they got kicked out. We went on enough nights, and it was c'est la vie, and I had a good fucking night. Now, I am very, very, very much aware that what I did was wrong. I am not condoning violence. What I did was stupid, the first and the second time. The second time, that girl could have had a weapon. She was drunk. She could have there was broken glass places. She could have grabbed a piece of broken glass. She could have broke a glass. She could have had a razor. She could have had a weapon. She could have mace. And especially the second time when I went back, when she had more than one people, I could have very much got my ass beat. I could have ended up in a hospital. The second time when I went and hit that guy, like, if my friends weren't there, or if he just didn't care that my friends were there, he could have really hurt me. So both things I did were really, really, really stupid. So I'm not condoning this type of behavior. I don't necessarily regret it, and there was a part of me that still was gonna say that was kind of fun, and it was part of my travels, and it was a little bit adventurous. But I don't condone it, and I recognize this the stupidity that I was doing. I recognize how stupid that was. So this is literally the two only things I've ever done since I was an adult. Again, haven't had a fight since middle school, and it hasn't happened since then. That's it, guys. That is the time that I got in a fight in Thailand, got in fights in Thailand. The second one wasn't really a fight. It was just me insulting somebody. Like, I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I was so wrong. So yeah, that's it. That's my story. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm ratchet? Do you think I belong in a bad girls club? No, I would never go on that show. Not shaming anybody who's been on that show. I just wouldn't. But do you think what I did was so wrong? I was completely wrong. Like, how dare you do that? You should be so fucking ashamed of yourself. Or do you get what I was saying? Like, when someone hurts your friends, and you feel like your friends are your family, or someone does something to your family, like, you just feel like you have to do something. Not condoning violence, because you can just make the situation way worse, okay? But I'm just saying, do you understand where I'm coming from, or do you say no, like, you had no right to do that, you were wrong, and you would be correct, you'd be absolutely right. But anyway, tell me what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like this video if you want to like it, share this video if you want to share it. I'm trying to think of like what stories I can tell. Again, the funny Tinder story, the time I thought I was gonna almost die in Thailand, or my first times. It can be my first time anything. My first time kissing a guy, my first time kissing a girl, my first time getting drunk, something like that. Which, you know, I was like 22, so I waited a long time. I used to be really naive when I was younger. I used to be such a good kid. Anyway, that's it, guys. If you want to continue to follow me on this crazy journey called life, please subscribe, and thank you for. By the way, someone commented on one of my videos, like one of my shorter videos, was like, oh my god, thank god you finally made a shorter video. Look, my storytime videos are always going to be longer because it's a story. If I'm going to edit out parts of my story or omit parts of my story, there's no point of telling the story, because you're not going to get the full detail or the full grasp or the full picture of the story. So my storytime videos will always be long. I am so sorry. I am not going to shorten them up. I'm trying to edit them down for my audience, and it's just not going to happen. So sorry, deal. Bye.